to the final episode of making the Swarm in Planet Coaster. I know it's been some time since the last episode and since I even started the series, so I apologise for the delay between episodes throughout and also how long it's actually taken, because I know I'm always like this. I always say, like, halfway through a project, I'm like, I'm nearly done now, I release it in about a month, and then it takes me about 6 months onto that to actually release it. But I do promise you, this will be out by the end of the year, and it'll probably be out by the end of November. I'll give you that. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I apologise once again for the delay in it, but that always happens with my projects. You should literally expect that now. So yeah. But anyway, it's coming towards the end of the series, and where it is the end of the series, I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, this is the extension queue line, which is kind of up and over kind of the right side of the station. I guess it's the area, you probably know what I'm talking about, but it's the area that's kind of on the other side of the lift hill from where the main queue is. So it kind of does its cow pen beforehand, and then it goes up some stairs underneath the turn into the inline twist, and then back down again to do all this extension queue, and then it goes all the way back up again and goes into the actual normal queue itself. So yeah, I'm going to be building that in this episode to end it off, and also I do build the little games outlet that is nearby to Swarm, kind of the shop and the on-ride photo store. I know is that even open anymore? I haven't seen it open in ages, but yeah, I'm going to be building that kind of area anyway. It's going to be shut because the containers that I use, you can't exactly open them up, which is a bit annoying, but that's how they work in Planet Coaster, so I can't complain. But as you know, you probably realise, you might not have seen it by now, but I have built a lot more than I have in the previous episodes. Like, I've built the entire other bit of the queue line, I've built a lot of the station, whatnot. So you may be thinking, why didn't you cover that? You did say you were going to cover it all, which I tried to, but there's a lot of tedious stuff like building the queue lines. I know I'm doing it right now, but it's because I need to show something of the queue line. But that other queue line is so tedious. It's literally just back and forth sections for a whole time, and I was doing it for like an hour or two, and I just thought, is there any point in putting this into an episode? And some of the points I didn't record. I did say that in the kind of tour I did when I was halfway done with it. If you want to check that out, it is in the top right now. But yeah, as I said, it is the end of this project, which means more projects will start up again / start, because, well, if you know me, whenever I start a project, I always end up then going on to another one and completely forgetting about that one, which is exactly what happened to Colossus, because I was doing Colossus, then I started Icon, I then finished Icon and completely forgot about Colossus, started up Colossus again, and then I started this. I'm so bad when it comes to projects, but that's just me, I guess. But yeah, I guess after this is now finished, I will continue with Colossus, because I do really want to finish that, because I don't exactly want to leave it I don't even know what part we got to. Part 4 I got to, and that was it. So I kind of want to finish that off and then do whatever else. I am wanting, though, it does sound a bit stupid after what I just explained, me starting other projects during another one and just completely forgetting about that other one to do this new one. I am tempted to start uploading a brand new one whilst Colossus is also going up. I might as well just tell you what it is. I've posted pictures of it before, but I am going to be building, well, I have built some of Jewel at Alton Towers. I did say I wanted to build something that's not a coaster, something that's a dark ride, because I haven't really done that before, but it's a recreation of Jewel. I've done the main entrance to it and some of the plaza area in front of the building itself, but obviously I need to do the entire ride. That will last a few parts at least, but you know, I kind of wanted to try something new, not just a coaster. So if you'd be interested in seeing that, be sure to tell me in the comments, and I'll be sure to probably upload that during Colossus, because I am getting back into Colossus building that thing. I just completely stop working when I do these videos. I know I mention that every time, and I know I say that every time, every single video, but it is just annoyingly true. So yeah, I apologise about that. But yeah, anyway, it is almost the close season. I remember starting this project back when the season just started, I think, and the season has now really come to a close. I know at the time recording this, Thorpe Park and Blackpool shut next week. Alton Towers shuts the week after, and obviously there's a few others in the UK that shut around the same time. But I know Chessington does its Christmas event that's happening this year, so that's decent, I guess. But every single other one kind of closes for a few months now, which is really weird because honestly, this season has gone extremely fast. I know a lot of stuff has really happened. Of course, you've had summer late days, late night riding, all that kind of stuff throughout the year. The events at Thorpe Park, of course, Jungle Escape, Bouncezilla and Game Effects, although jokes about them two aren't really funny anymore, but they're good events. And now you've obviously had Thorpe Park Fright Nights, Alton Towers Scarefest, and of course the new one, which is Blackpool Pleasure Beach Freak Nights, I think they're called, which I've heard good things about, so that's really good to hear. And yeah, you obviously had the Alton Towers Dungeons was introduced this year. There was a few other things around the place. Not much in terms of coasters, obviously, in the UK, but that wasn't to be expected for another few years anyway. So, but yeah, it's been a decent season. Obviously, it's been full of speculation about, Thorpe Park RMC, but that's literally been the whole season for Thorpe Park. There's been other things going on, and obviously, individual-wise, I've been to Flamingo Land and Lightwater Valley for the first time in a very long time, and got to try out some of their rides that I haven't done before, because sadly I've done Hero. And then I got to experience one of the worst rides ever at Gardaland, which was Blue Tornado, because oh my god, it was unbearably painful. And obviously there was Raptor and Oblivion the Black Hole, which were really good rides as well, and a few other things there, which was the whole park was really nice. I was going to do a review on it, but I just thought it wouldn't be that interesting, I guess. So I'm kind of going off doing reviews now. I'm trying to make them as good as I can when I do them, but I have a feeling just doing a random Gardaland review would just be a bit out of context, especially on my channel, which is mainly UK based, if you get what I mean. But along with Gardaland this year, I obviously went to Portaventura. If you saw some of my updates on Instagram and whatnot, if you haven't seen that, you can go follow me in the description below. Oh my god, that was a really bad plug, but yeah, I'll take it. And then recently, I haven't really talked about it that much, but I did go to Phantasialand for the first time. And let's just say, although I did say previously that Shambhala was my number one and it took over Red Force, it's now number two. And I'm pretty sure you can tell which one's overtaken it. But anyway, I haven't talked about anything to do with the Swarm in the past like 5-10 minutes, although it hasn't even been 10 minutes. But yes, I'm back. As you can see, I'm putting some trees and some planting around the back on Swarm Island, well, the back of Swarm Island, which is where they should put an RMC. Come on, Thorpe Park, what are you doing? The building I was building before is obviously the entrance to where the Fast Track, Disabled and Main Queue go from, and it says the Swarm above, and it's obviously quite a bit broken, that building and whatnot, which I have tried to replicate as best as I can, so we'll see how that looks at the end, I guess. And yeah, that is pretty much it for the Swarm. I know I still haven't like another minute, but that is literally the main infrastructure of everything done. I do add a few more details after this. Obviously you won't see it because this is the final part of the series and whatnot. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this series as a whole. I know it's been quite a short series in comparison to what I was saying it was going to be. I was saying it'd be about 10 parts, 15 parts long, which clearly didn't happen, but I hope you enjoyed the series as a whole. The POV and official ride-off-ride kind of video will be out towards the end of November, I'd say. Don't quote me on that because I'll probably mess it up and it won't release for a while. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all whenever the time may be. Goodbye.